Welcome back to another episode of Dirty Dog Trucking. I am excited, folks. Oh my gosh, we've had a problem, a huge problem with the game for the last 3 weeks of my life, 2 weeks if you've been watching the videos. But here's where we are with this. I could not find where to pick up the loads or drop off the loads. When I got to the destinations, there was no sign to show me, hey, come over here and, the original, when I started playing, and I think it was 1.37, I think it was that I started playing, and it had these icons, what I call icons, I guess the game calls them icons. They're like green flashing things, and over top the trailer, they would have this white thing with an arrow pointing down at the trailer, so you know which trailer to pick up, where am I supposed to be? And when you deliver your loads, it tells you, this is where you need to be, or they mark the ground, this is where you need to park your truck, etc., etc. I didn't have that. Could not get that to work. I had downloaded a mod called HN Icons, I believe it was, and I installed it, and I used it, and it worked. Well, on 1.46, it doesn't work. I can't get it to work. So I disabled it, I unsubscribed from it, got it off the computer, came back into the game. No icons. They're still not there. I have spent 3 weeks, the last 3 weeks, I have spent trying to fix this problem. Couldn't find an answer. I have searched everywhere, almost everywhere. Obviously, I didn't search everywhere because I found the answer by searching. But I couldn't find anybody that could answer the question. How do I get them back? Well, at 4 o'clock this morning, okay, and this is April 10th, I believe. I believe it's April 10th. At 4 o'clock in the morning, real time, I finally found a message on a message board, somebody else having the same problem. And they said, oh, go into your config file under your profiles and change this setting. Went in there, couldn't find that file in my profile. I didn't even have a profile setting. Apparently because I use Steam, where I download the game instead of directly from ATS, I don't have the same file structure as normal people, I guess, or other people that don't use, I don't say normal, should say normal, people that don't use Steam. And so I found it was under a different place, and I found it, and I changed it, and came back into the game, and still didn't work. Going back to the message board, to that same message, and I read down further, and it said, well, you might be able to do it through the console if you have the console installed. I happen to have the console. Now, the console is Developers Console. That you can go in and you can, I can change the time. Like it says 6 or 8 a.m. I can change that to 5:30. I can change it to noon or whatever time I want. I can change it. I can change things in here with a setting. If you know the settings, you can change it. And it said, well, try this in the console. Put it in the console, and I'll show you what happened. I'll show you what happened when I put it in the console. And I went to drive so I could see what was in front of me. By the way, we're in Montana. We are in Montana right now. We drove from Texas up to Montana with a tractor for Nestle, and got to the destination and could not find out where to drop the trailer. So at the end of the video that you just saw, the one that was put up yesterday, it showed that we just pulled in, said end of the line, or this is where it all ends, or whatever it says. And then I stopped the video because I took another 20 minutes trying to find the sweet spot where they wanted the trailer. Couldn't find it. I drove all over that lot. Could not hit that spot. So I just was angry. I deleted that part of it and said, that's it. I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so we're back. And there's the icon. See the little green flashing thing in front of us? We finally got them back, folks. Finally, after 3 weeks of searching high and low. I checked every nook and cranny. I even checked the cracks in the sleeper sofa. I've checked everywhere for that answer. Finally found it. But you see how it's got the green icon? It's got the flashing things on the ground? That's what the game originally had, and that works because now you can actually know where you're supposed to be. Like I can go outside, go back up a little. I'm at my shop. I want to back up a little. I want to show you something. Okay. If you back up here and you go here and you stop that noise and you look over at the fuel pumps, there it is, the green flashy thing and the thing on the ground. We're going to know where to go now. I'm not tired because we just got 10 hours sleep. But it's amazing that it took as long as it did to find the answer. But we found the answer. Finally. Yay. Yay. We finally found the answer. Oh my gosh. I have looked almost everywhere. I have searched and searched and searched for that answer and couldn't find it. It was like, what is going on? First of all, I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know they were called icons, right? That helps if you know what to search for. But, I was looking at things and said, my icons aren't working. Maybe that's it. So I did a search for icons and there it was. So, a combination of things. I didn't know what I was looking for. I knew what was not happening, but I didn't know what I was looking for in the search engine or in the search command. But I found it. And now we have our green icons back. Oh, finally. Because I can tell you last night, when I finished that game, when we delivered in Sydney, Montana, it was not fun. It was not fun. Right now we are in Miles City, Montana. We went up here to Sydney. We delivered up here to DFA. Okay, and then we went down here to our garage because we didn't have a garage up there. We didn't have a garage here, but I had one in Miles City, so we went there. It was late at night, and I kind of just did a telecommute. I kind of just said, "Hey, take me home." Country road. And, never mind. I don't want to get in trouble for that. But anyway, we have found the answer. So great. We have traveled so far in I think it's 11 states that they have. We've traveled almost 20% of those roads. 19.79%, as you can see up here in the corner, which is great. That's great. Let's see what kind of freight they have coming out of here by chance. Let's see if we have anything coming out of Sydney. We can go back up to Sydney and kind of keep the game even. We delivered to DFA. Looks like the same tractor we just brought up here. Okay. Let me see what we have coming out of here. We don't really have any longer trips, For a while there, I was taking the shorter trips, and the reason was because I couldn't find the icons. I didn't want to take a 6-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour trip. In this case, the run from Texas up to here was like 19 hours game time. It took 2 days to get here. And got up here and couldn't find the place to drop the load off. So, yeah, we had fun. Yeah, isn't that fun? Isn't that exciting? So, anyhow, here's one going to Carlsbad, which is an oversized load. And we have 2 days to get it there. 2.5 days, almost 3, because we have all day Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to get it there. And it is a 25-hour run. So, that'd be a tight run, actually, because you can't go as fast with those. You have, especially when you get off the highway. If you're on the interstate, you can move pretty good. You get off the interstate and, you kind of slow down with the start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. So, and that adds up. So, I don't know what we're going to do. But anyway, I'm just excited that we finally got the icons back. So now we can actually find out where we're supposed to be. Because that was really frustrating me. I mean, beyond belief, it was frustrating me. take a van down to Yuma, Arizona. Probably warmer down there. I don't know what time of year it is in the game. It tells you the hour. It doesn't tell you the date. So we really don't know what the weather is like. Other than in the game, it's pretty much either get rain or you get sunshine. I do have a mod that I've got in the background. I haven't set it, but I do have some mods in here. Let's go to the mods and see. I do have some mods that I've installed this week or this weekend. I'm going to kind of go over those a little bit. Let's go into the mods. I wanted to kind of go over those just a little bit. We have the route advisor. That's where, and you probably didn't catch it, but on the screen, excuse me, on the screen in the truck, I had the GPS and it took up, the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Well, I did away with that, and I did this route advisor, which puts it up at the bottom of the screen, like down here. And I can show you that, but it puts it up at the bottom of the screen. I also put in this realistic truck physics, which when you're on dirt roads, it throws dirt up. If you're on a rainy road, it throws the water up. My Thrustmaster, because I have Thrustmaster, when they did the Thrustmaster bonus thing, I got that. So I have the Thrustmaster trailers that you can see now in traffic. Back a year or so ago, they did a Thrustmaster event, is what they called it. And if you deliver so many Thrustmaster loads, then you got a little thing to hang in your truck. And I got that. I did those loads, and I got that. I believe that was in Wyoming, is where I did them. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, it was about a year ago or so. I also put in some engine transmission compilations, which I have not activated because the green light is not on. I did not do that. Winter sounds, I did not do. I didn't activate those, which would put them on this side. I didn't do those because I'm still working on my truck, and I don't want to add an engine in a pack like here, and then something happened where these no longer work, and, ATS updates, and suddenly these don't work, and I have to go buy another truck. I've been there, done that, okay? Okay, this is engine sound pack, and I can tell you this is amazing because I put this on here. I put this on there, and I mean, you can hear the difference in the engine. The cattle trailer, I had a thing on here where I could have double cattle trailers that I could buy, and I bought a bunch of them. That was in my trailers, 111 trailers that I just got rid of. I'm not going to buy a bunch of trailers for the drivers. I'm going to buy them for me and make them private. And what I'm leaning towards doing is putting them in so that I have trailers for heavy haul, trailers for specialty loads, van trailer, reefer trailer, those kinds of things. Those are, I can pick one of those up anytime. What I would want to do is maybe build a trailer or a truck or something that is just for heavy haul. That way, when the big load, heavy haul loads come up, I can take those and, jump in that truck and that trailer. I might do something like that. Sound fixes. This is amazing. I had this on before. It really enhances the reality of the game, the realism of the game. The trailer pack. This is another SISL. Trailer pack is the same, you get different trailers. This I had on here before. This is actually, let's see, this is the 124. Okay. This actually, the Antonov, for those that don't know, is actually a Russian-built plane. It is owned by, I believe, in Ukraine now. I believe is where they're I don't know. But anyhow, they are, the 225, the Antonov 225, was the largest plane for commercial use. They have aircraft, for the military that might be bigger. But that was the largest, and it was destroyed when Russia bombed the airport in Ukraine. The Antonov 225 was in a hangar, and it destroyed it. And it's going to cost, I believe somebody said $1 billion to rebuild it. and there was a pledge by someone that said they would rebuild it. But the Antonov 124 is a smaller version of that. Still pretty good size. Still pretty good sized jet. And I did see that land. There was a YouTube video just a couple of weeks ago where it landed in the United States going to, I believe it was going to Indonesia, but I'm not sure where it was going. It was going somewhere in Asia, over that part of the world. But yeah, that's an interesting story in itself. But that is actually in the game where you can deliver to it at the Albuquerque, New Mexico airport. You can deliver to this jet. Realistic headlights, that is an absolute must because the headlights that come with the game suck. Added the winter features, which means that we can have snow. If I activated that, we could have snow and ice. I'm not looking to do that. Not right now. Realistic rain, because, right now you get rain and it hits the windshield, you turn on the wiper, boom, done. But that's not really realistic. You don't get heavy rains. You don't get other effects with the rain. Reefer sound add-on. When you're driving a reefer, the reefer makes noise, but in the game it doesn't. In the game you don't hear it. So this will increase that realistic of the game. Here's another SISL trailer pack, which is the second version, I think. I had to have the other one to have this. I saw someone using a mod studio the other day, and basically what it does, it takes your trailers and you can put different company names on them and design them with different designs. That was pretty cool. So I thought I would try that. Cold rain. I don't know if you know the difference between cold rain or hot rain, but yeah. So Canamania. Okay, now I put this on here because this used to be called Canadream. But apparently they had a conflict with the use of the word Canadream. So now they call it Canamania, but it's the same thing. Same. Mania X did it. Really good modder. He does really good work. I loved Canadream. I put Canamania on here and I went to install it and it crashed the game. So not sure what's going on with that. I have to do some research on that. That basically will open up the entire Canadian side of the border. And the reason I did this was because, first of all, I loved Canadream. And Mania X does a lot of good work. I know on Canadream it was great. I mean, he put a lot into that. But yeah, I put this in there because of that and the fact that eventually I want to go to Alaska, and there's only two ways to get to Alaska with a truck. And one is to drive through Canada, and the other is to take the Alaska ferry from Washington State up to Alaska, which I don't believe. Well, no, it's not in the game because they don't have Alaska yet, unless you buy North to the Future or something along those lines. I have some cab overs. I love cab overs. I have a 362 and a 352. I happen to own a 352 in real life. A little different. It's a Peterbilt 352 RV, recreational vehicle. And it is on YouTube under that name if you want to check that out. And we have Waze, which is the GPS. I like Waze in real life. Not so sure about it in the game because you don't really get the same effects. Real advertisement, real logos, and real company names. Those three are must if you want the game to look more real rather than delivering to Delbart or whatever it is they use in the game. You can actually deliver to Walmart. Uncle D Logistics, basically because that's me. I am Uncle D. In my real life, I am an Uncle D. So that's why I use that name. I've had that for a long time. It just basically changes your garage name from the plain Freight Center or whatever they have on the original. And so those are my mods. That's what we have. And now we're going to go back and I want to show you. Yes. I want to go back into open the game up because I want to show you what I meant by the difference in the GPS. The GPS is still on the dash, but this gives me sense of what's going on without taking up the whole screen and missing views and, those kinds of things. Let me show you in a second what I mean. As soon as the game loads, it's a little bit slow. I just edited a video and I haven't rebooted the computer. I was watching a video the other night and the man was saying that sometimes when you have all of these things going on with your truck, like all the lights and the sounds and the horns and all this stuff, that sometimes the computer will start to lag. It takes up a lot of resources of your computer to do that. So again, we're waiting for it to load this part of it so I can show you what's on the dash. I'm just so excited that we got those icons back. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Like I said, it took a minute to find it. I knew what the problem was. I just didn't know what they were called. I guess they're called icons. But man, that's going to make the game so much easier. Sometimes, when something works, you don't fix it. So, yeah. Maybe we should just left it alone with the green icons in the first place instead of trying to change them with a mod. But when I put that on here, I think that was before I realized that mods are great. They're fun. Make the game more realistic. But here's the problem that we have, is that they outdate. Okay, we don't even have to start the truck. If you look down here at the bottom of the screen, I can't do that. Well, maybe we do need to start the truck. No, well, see down here at the bottom, you can see the GPS. It's kind of moving around because I'm moving my mouse. But see how that is at the bottom where it has the amount of money, it has the fuel symbol, the miles per hour, the gear you're in, the truck, and the time. And when I start my engine, see, it also comes up on the screen, on the dash. But again, you can see the icons right in front of us. That is going to make a huge difference in the game. Doesn't make the game realistic, but it works. And if it works, you don't fix it, right? So that's exciting. But if you look down here at the bottom, that's what I was talking about with the GPS, is that we used to have the big square thing over here. Do you remember we used to have the big square GPS over here? Well, my driver just came and made some money. Good. So, yeah, that's no longer on there. And the reason that's no longer on there is because it took up that whole dash. You couldn't see the dash. You couldn't see anything. Couldn't read the gauges. It kind of was in the way. And I still have my mirrors up here in the corners. The reason I do that is because I can't see out the mirrors any other way. Now, if I were to get a Tobii tracker or an IR tracker, yeah, I could do that because I could just turn my head in real life and it turns the game to where I'm looking. So that would work. But until then, I'm going to keep those little mirrors up there. They were bigger than that before. And I went with the smaller ones because they took up between that and the GPS that I had. Hear the train? Hear the train, folks? That's in that sound pack. That's part of the sound pack. Really cool. So, yeah, that's where we are, folks. That's my horn. And I think there's our map. There's our list of garages. Okay. So, okay. That's where we are, folks. We are excited to have the icons back. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I just want to kind of go over a list of things to tell you I got the icons back. And the game will be much better now. And we're going to sit and listen to a train a little bit, I think. But that's in the sound pack that I downloaded. I'm glad I did that so you could hear that. We could sleep for 8 hours, but then that's going to put us at 4:30, 4:20 in the afternoon. And then if we slept again, it would put us at 2:20 in the morning. And then we'd have to go until 12:20 tomorrow if we got a third one. And that would put us too late to get a load. Now, I could change that because I could go into my developer mode down here. And I can change that. I can do that. I can change the time if that's what I wanted to do. I don't want to do that because it's a good time for us to get good loads and long loads. is at 6 in the morning. It's daylight. I don't have to drive after dark. I could actually set that back probably to 5 a.m. Get an extra hour. But yeah, so we're back. We are excited. We are excited that we got the game, the icons back. So that's going to make a huge difference. That's going to make a huge difference in our life. So yeah, that's where we are, folks. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But please, think about subscribing to the channel. We're going to have more content. It's going to be better. We've got the icons back. There won't be so much screaming trying to figure out where we're supposed to be. Not that that's not a real thing for truckers. In fact, I was watching a YouTube video last night with a trucker, and he'd gone someplace he'd never been before, and all he had was an address, and this was a huge place. He had no idea where he was supposed to be or what he was supposed to do. But they figure it out, don't they? We always do. We figure it out, and we move on. That's the way trucking life is. And I guess it's true in the game, too. So, boys and girls of all ages, we're going to wrap this up. But go ahead and subscribe, like the video, share the video, and mark that bell up there in the corner. Go ahead and click on that so that you're notified when we put up another video. Lately, I've been putting up a video every day, every Monday through Friday. That doesn't always happen. Probably won't always happen. I'm not going to promise that. What I'm going to promise is that I will put up videos when I put up videos. Okay, that's about how that's going to work. Because I don't necessarily put up videos every day. I play the game sometimes. I'll play several games in one day, and you'll see the videos one at a time that I set for a future date. I think right now this video will go up on April 17th, 2023. And the next video we do will go up on the 18th, and we'll do those. Today is actually April 10th. This video will be up in 1 week. Actually, I believe this is going up on April 18th. Yes, it'll be up on April 18th because I just did a video that's going up on April 17th. So this will actually be up on the 18th. So it'll be about 8 days. You'll see this video from when it was filmed or recorded. I guess we don't film it. Kind of showing my age there. Okay, and we are out of here, and we will see you when we see you.